Hello, everyone. So, as Doug was saying, everything that Doug showed is built on a platform called EasyProcess. And as you see, this platform supports multiple environments. Here I have the DV, I have the QA, and I have the PD. And inside the, all of these environments will be tied to your correct environments in JD Edwards. And the DV and QA I can show you here inside. So you'll have an environment to promote these sources from one environment to another. So first thing I want to show from the platform perspective is you want to make a change. So I will go here and log in as Paul Johnson. And I will show find and track orders. And this is the find and track order that you must have seen in the demo before. And let's say you want to make a change and add some additional column, add some functionality to this form. So I'm going to show you that how to do that with the platform. So here is the web part number. The web part number is 267 for this one. So I will jump to.
And he was able to view the web part number because he was in DV.
Yeah. And I am going to. So this is the platform. I will come here and say work with web part 267, double click, and it's asking me to do a checkout. The checkout gives me a token so that nobody else can change this web part. So I will say API webinar. So I basically define this inside a project. A project allows me to keep multiple objects together, just like you do in JDE. And here I can just go to my data sources, look at, say I want to add business unit to this form. Now this form is pretty much how you are seeing it here.
And talk about what you just did on the left-hand side.
Yeah, and this is what you are looking at. These columns are coming from JD Edwards. And we have the full integration, so we are doing the UDC here, or sorry, the data dictionary and data dictionary description, which further shows our strong integration with JD Edwards.
Absolutely.
And when I drag and drop the MCU, it automatically picked up the description here as business unit from data dictionary.
Data dictionary.
So if I do a find, you see the business unit is now in this form added with one click. This is how you make a change in EasyProcess. There is no coding. You are not working with Java or C# or Angular, where you are actually changing the code and compiling into a DLL. And here now I can go and add a new button to this form.
Now you're going to do something more involved than just adding.
Exactly. This allows me to even add some kind of a logic. So let's say email sales info. Now if I do a find here, you will see that I have a button here now which can do certain things if I click on it. And then you can double click on this button to define the logic. That takes you to what we call a process engine of the product. This is more like a brain. This is where you do execute logic. So the logic I want to execute is I want to go to JDE and inquire on certain data. So let's do an inquire on JDE, and I want to say get tracking number. So with this tool, we can go to the custom tables, F55, and then tie this to the order number on the page. So I will say that columns is order number, and the value is coming from the DOCO field. And let's get the result, which is the tracking number. And then once I have the tracking number, I can email this using another logic here, send email. And I can say, okay, send this email tracking number to the customer. So I will just hard code my email ID here. And in the email body, just put the tracking number. with this, you can complete this. You can go ahead and test it. Let's find an order which is shipped and has a tracking number to it. And click on this. And there you go. The email just came with a proper subject, with the tracking number, all within few minutes. No coding. You did the UI change, we did the logic. This is the power of the platform. Now I'm going to show you that how this change can be pushed to the QA. So I'm going to log in as QA. And you see that you also have find and track over here. So, but that logic, that change has not come in here. So we go to our promotion.
Familiar with how OMW works?
Yeah.
This is the same type of source.
As you see here, it says that, okay, this is the project, APR webinar, and this is the object. You want to promote this? I'll say yes. And if I do a find in the QA now, so now it changes in the QA, and then I can go ahead and promote this to the PD. And let's log into the production environment. And now you have this feature pushed into the production. That's how we do the change. That's how we make the, implement the product. And this is something you have access to. So with our product, you get access to this platform where you could have, or your people could have made this change.